Huge section of this road behind me is simply gone, and I could see the home totally engulfed in flames. And I will say the water levels are still pretty high. Dr. Larry Sabato hosted 3 panelists to discuss President Donald Trump's first 100 days. Upon arrival, I did see that the flames were fully put out. To a child, these 2 items can look almost identical, with the Ruckersville Volunteer Fire Company being temporarily out of service. The nearest one is all the way out here in Stanardsville. People of all ages are here at Washington Park, really enjoying it and taking advantage of their day off. You may recognize Sierra Stevens. I know Pet Project looks a little bit different here. Police Chief Kochis says it's not about politics. It's about getting guns off the streets. The Beta Bridge behind me is still painted in remembrance of the 3 football players that were killed. I've seen an uptick in people coming to the polls. The pathways have since been repaved to make it more ADA accessible for those in wheelchairs. Waiting at the bus stop is getting even darker. By the end of 2026, the new VIA school will be nearly double the size of the current school building. November 13th, 2022, a day that shocked not just the UVA community, but the nation. And each year, the community remembers and honors the lives of Devin Chandler, Deshaun Perry, and Lavelle Davis Jr. The University Chapel marked the 3-year anniversary of the shooting by playing Amazing Grace, followed by 3 chimes to honor Chandler, Davis, and Perry.
The chiming of the bells really just kind of resounded like UVA strong, a resilience against all this hatred and evil in the world.
Will Barisma is a first year, but also a Charlottesville resident, and he says he remembers 3 years ago as clear as day.
I just remember I was up and I saw an article on Google pop up about the shooting, and instantly I couldn't believe it, and I was terrified that there was an active shooter.
He says UVA has come a long way since, but the scars from that night are still there.
I just like how the community came together after such a devastating event. It was hard, and it still weighs on the minds and hearts of a lot of students at UVA. And so it means a lot to have a place to gather.
In Charlottesville, Pimm Dyar, CBS 19 News. With the holiday season in full swing, the Boar's Head Resort is seeing crowds of people for its Winter Wander light display. But there's another display turning heads. Take a look.
I think it's the whole package, which is what I really enjoy, is putting it all together.
What Scott Bittner is putting together? A massive miniature Christmas display, one that took days to set up.
My wife and I did this all in 4 very long days last week, and then I've been back kind of monitoring it and tinkering with it, but for the most part it's been about 4.5 days of getting it right.
And while the display did take a while to get together, this tradition started about 30 years ago, back when he was a child on a much smaller scale.
My father, when I was growing up, we always said Christmas morning we'd wake up to having the train going around the Christmas tree.
Bittner also says bringing the display to the resort is all thanks to his favorite employee, his son.
He said it would be kind of interesting to share it with the general public, and so we said why not.
Now he gets to share the magic with the others, bringing them back to their childhood.
I've had so many people tell me their stories of growing up with their dad's train or their uncle's train.
And it's not just the trains that catch people's eye, it's the amount of detail that goes into all the hard work.
There's just so much to see there. You can look in the windows and you can see, characters inside.
But 2 parts of the display he says gets the most attention have moving parts.
We get comments, especially about the waterfall, and it actually has water that goes down the waterfall. The ski lift with the gondolas.
The miniature Christmas village will be up until Christmas for those going to Winter Wander or just visiting the resort.